You're listening to Old Abandoned Home by our guest, Dustin Carter. So I wanted to announce a few things before we get started. We're working with Travis Masters to bring some high quality live performances on our YouTube channel. Articles will be coming back with Josh Beal as head writer, and the podcast will be returning on a weekly basis, or will try to be returning on a weekly basis, like we were doing for that nice little month where we were actually doing everything right. And we're still coming up with some new things to bring all of you out there listening, as well as new rewards for our Patreon supporters, and maybe even some giveaways for people who aren't even our Patreon supporters. We just want to spread the music out and give the community some stuff from the music community as a whole. Am I just rambling? I can't tell. Anyways, let's just get started. I'm here with Dustin Carter, a local acoustic musician who's got some pretty good work and a lot of albums out. You probably have heard of him. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. He's pretty well known among Klamath Falls. And if you're listening from outside of Klamath Falls and you don't know him, check out his stuff. He has some stuff on Bandcamp. Well, actually, I think he has all of his albums on Bandcamp. Didn't you say you did?
I have 8 solo albums on Bandcamp right now, and then just one on iTunes and Spotify and everything else.
Yeah, so you can catch his stuff already out if you're from out of town, and I really recommend it. He's really chill sounding, something you can just kick it to. And you know how I'm all about that. If you've seen my YouTube channel and stuff, you know I like that kind of stuff. How are you doing right now?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm nervous again, just getting back to doing this. I feel like I'm doing it a little bit better than I used to, though. Which is cool, because I kind of had this fear that I would come back and be just as lame as before, but I think I've grown a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to grow.
Yeah, I know.
I've actually never been interviewed. You're breaking my interview virginity, so congratulations.
Popping the journalistic cherry.
Yes. Hopefully I don't sound too stupid.
Well, yeah, it's nice to see you too. I saw you at Austin Dickey's show. You were there, and you actually played there. You were like you were talking to Kevin, and you were like right across from me, and then you left, and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute, Kevin? Is that Dustin?" It's like, yeah, and I was like, shoot, I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah, I was dressed up like Motley Crue or something just for the fun of it, for no reason at all. So
yeah, confused me a little bit. I was like, shoot, I do not remember him at all. Like I've only seen you play live once, and you played a pretty scenic set. You're like one of the only guys to bring props, and there I go with the quote air quotes on.
Yeah, I try to set
sound again.
I try to make it a little bit romantic, you know.
Yeah, that was cool. Like a carpet and some incense. Everybody else kind of
Which is what we have here in my garage.
Yeah, the most I've ever seen anybody bring is like a banner. So that was kind of interesting and cool. Wasn't there supposed to be another acoustic musician that didn't show
I believe Andy Mowdy was there. He played right before me.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, I missed that one. Yeah, I missed a lot of performances from that show. Sorry to anybody that I missed. I try to catch that stuff, but
Andy Mowdy always kills it.
Oh yeah, I gotta catch him live then. I kind of feel bad that I did whenever I was there. I think I was talking to some of the musicians. So when did you start?
When did I start playing?
Yeah, playing. Well, yeah, like playing entirely.
I started playing guitar when I was like 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I started doing the solo stuff just maybe 2 years ago.
When did you ever like start playing? What's the term? Is the term actually professionally whenever you play in front of a crowd?
I don't know. I've been I grew up in church. I learned to play guitar in church.
Oh yeah.
And then I've been in several bands throughout. And then I was married for a long time, and I kind of put music on hiatus for several years. And then I got divorced, and I just got back into it because I felt like I had a lot of things to say. And now I'm just writing it all, and it's all just flowing. And I've wrote like 7 albums in the last 2 years. A lot of them are EPs.
Oh, what was the circumstance of your divorce? Like, I can't tell if it
that's a long story.
Sucked or if it was like mutually beneficial.
I think at this point it's mutually beneficial, but it's never an easy process.
Yeah, I have friends who have been like, oh, well, you know, they were both okay with it.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I've never heard that before. Well, that's really cool that you could just come out of something like that and still perform, or just go back to performing, I guess you said, didn't you? Because I guess I'm also guilty of this, but sometimes whenever you just go into something hurtful or something sad, you just kind of stop what you're doing and stop doing what you love.
Right.
But it's really brave to go back and do what you do after something like that. And I guess
I think that was one of the things during my marriage is I couldn't really be who I wanted to be and actually do music because I felt like it felt right, you know, like that's something I was like meant to do, I guess.
yeah,
In that way, it worked out great.
yeah. Looking at the bright side. How has that affected your music at all? Like, do you feel you're deeper and a newer level, or
Right. I feel like when I was younger, I was like forcing lyrically ideas that it didn't really apply to me yet, you know. But now I feel like I have so much more to say, you know, and I can maybe help people that are going through things that I went through. Not even just with relationships, but and just life in general. Because I'm older now, I feel like
more experience?
more experience, you know. So that's kind of a problem with like say pop music or whatever. Yeah, you can tell there's no heart behind it.
Yeah, they always go with the youngest
Right. It's
artists.
just a pretty face selling material someone else wrote for them to get across, but they didn't actually put that out.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking about that whenever you said like you feel deeper now. Like I was thinking like Justin Bieber and all his stuff from like whenever he started, and it's like how could you possibly know any of that? He was like
right, and I mean he can sell it, he can do it a great job of it, and that doesn't mean he's not talented or whatever. But.
Yeah, for the record, I'm not ragging on Justin Bieber. Well, whenever I make jokes about somebody like Justin Bieber, it's just because it's funny. Really, I don't really care for his music, but that's just me. And I'm not saying he isn't a good musician, because I mean he's got lots of fans. It's just not my thing.
Right.
But yeah, not just ragging on him for the sake of ragging on him.
The whole way the system and the industry works.
I know a lot of like younger people. My brother's sister, and I can't stand the stuff she listens. She listens to Lil Yachty, and I'm just like, I don't even get it. One of his lines is like, "Let's tear this stuff up," like calling about it. I'm just like, do you even know what that means? Like, what does that even mean? Like, turn this stuff up, like Columbine, you know?
I haven't heard it. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to listen to. It really is. You should give it some time. The song is Broccoli.
Broccoli.
He just for his chorus he repeats broccoli. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. Sorry, I get passionate about some of the musicians I don't like on a personal level, not on a musician scale.
But yeah, going back to like, I felt like this is what I always wanted to do, and now I have 2 kids now, and I can kind of balance my life and do the music and kind of control it myself. So it's at a good place right now.
Do your kids show any interest in music the way you do?
I think they will. They're pretty young still.
Right. I guess being your first interview, you probably don't know that you'll hear a lot about how hard it like people will probably be like, is it hard raising kids and being a musician? But that's kind of like just a weird answer or a weird question. But what I really want to ask is like, are you gonna have any like if they show any intention to get into music, are you gonna?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm thinking this Christmas I'm gonna buy my son a drum set and my daughter probably a keyboard.
That's rad.
So yeah.
Are you gonna teach them?
I am no good at drums, but I will have someone teach him. He's pretty aggressive, so I think that'll be a good way to get that out.
Yeah.
And have him focus on something.
Drums are good for hyper people.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a break for a little bit. We'll be right back.
Oh no, you're cutting that out before I said I had to take a break.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna cut this out. I'm just gonna put that as a placeholder to cut out.
Oh, cool.
Back and a little less sober than before.
We had a bit of vodka. We did.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Anyways, previously we were talking about his children and if they aspired to be musicians and if he would actually teach them. I'm probably not going to reiterate on this because this is the same episode.
They can be whatever.
Yeah, this is the same episode, and you could probably just go a little bit back to catch that. And I'm rambling. This might not even make it into the full podcast. So we've talked about past, present, and future, and I think I made this joke before in a previous podcast, but whatever. Let's move on. Is there anything you're working on right now?
I just put out my album PNW just a couple weeks ago, so I'm gonna do some touring up and down the West Coast for the fall. and I'm working on getting some dates together. Playing up in Seattle, hopefully in October.
That's cool.
Yeah, and play here in Bend on the 23rd of September. And I always have ideas going on. I have a couple albums, like skeleton ideas, that I'll probably record early next year.
Yeah.
But I just put out an album, so I'm going to tour on that for a little bit, see how that does.
Okay.
I'm still working on putting all the dates together, but throughout the fall, I'll be touring up and down the West Coast as much as possible.
Okay.
For October. And
all right. Anything local?
I always play the Pikey Irish Pub a lot. I mean, I play there like once a month, it seems like. So I'm sure I'll be getting a show there, but I don't have anything set up right now at the moment.
Okay. Is there any shows that you would like to play in the near future? Like anything, really. You could go crazy.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I don't know. I get like if there was a specific like festival or anything that you would want to get attached to.
I'm down to play whenever if people just hit me up. So I don't have I don't know, man. I'm up for whatever. I'm always ready to play.
So if anybody wanted to put you in their show, how would they contact you?
Just hit me up on the old Facebook Messenger. That's how all the cool kids do it nowadays.
Yeah. Pretty much.
How we got this interview right here.
Yeah, it's super easy to set these things up. I can't even stress how easy it is. I'm just like, hi.
Hey.
Just on Facebook, just like, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
You want to do something sometime? Talk on my show?
We're both fully clothed right now. We have all our clothes on.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to take a picture right now just so you can be sure. How far do you aspire to go in your music career?
As far as it takes me, I guess. I mean, I don't really see success measured by fame or money or whatever. I'm writing what comes to me and doing the best I can with it. So yeah, I would love to do it forever, and I probably will do it forever, regardless of if I ever get signed or.
All right.
So I don't really have an answer to that. I'm just doing it.
Yeah. I've never thought about asking an opinion on a event that happened recently, but
was my mic even on?
Your mic is on.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good. I think we need more vodka, Justin.
Maybe you need more vodka. I don't know. I was thinking about asking you about your opinion on. I got into a heated thing on Facebook just recently about what should be done with that 15-year-old who lit fireworks and started the fire. And
oh, okay. We're going to talk about political issues.
I guess. I don't know. I kind of wanted to vent about it.
It's an event issue.
Hit me.
Well, I mean, it's terrible that the gorge is burning and all the beautiful trees are burning down. And it is September. Why are you lighting fireworks in September? So I think at 15 you do know better. But then again, your brain doesn't stop developing until you're in maybe early, mid-20s.
Yeah.
Which is an excuse, I think. Because at 15 I knew better. I think we all did.
Yeah.
But then again, and I still might do that now on accident. You don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just because you're an adult doesn't mean you don't do stupid things. No, what really hated me is this dude just posted directly on that Oregon Live. Just didn't even comment on anything. Just posted directly. It was I think that little shit should go to jail, and maybe he should go to the front line on the fire.
I've seen people say that they should burn him at the stake.
I'm
like,
I knew somebody out there was this kid. We should just kill this kid. But I'm just come on.
We should kill him and have his parents watch.
First of all, this kid shouldn't go to jail because one, that will scar somebody for life, and they will become a criminal coming up. And two, juvenile detention is an actual thing. There is a place for kids who do stupid and illegal shit like this. So I don't know. This probably won't be in there. I just don't know what to talk about right now.
It was an accident.
Yeah, it was an accident.
And he's also not an adult, so he won't go to jail.
Yeah.
Not for long, anyway.
Plus, this kid doesn't deserve to die.
People are being a little dramatic.
Yeah, and if you're telling this kid that he should be on the front line fighting the fire, that's kind of a death sentence. I mean, we have trained professionals who train large portions of their years. They
kind of dig around.
Yeah.
I fought fires one summer, and it's mostly just digging.
Yeah.
You just dig all day.
I just hear people be like, "Oh, you should go up there into the fires with a hose." I'm like, dude, there's 101 firefighter related deaths every year. those are trained professionals who train their minds and bodies for this stuff. A 15-year-old probably won't last a long time.
A few hours at the most.
Few hours.
And it'd be exhausted.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see a problem with him helping like behind the lines, but
I think he should just hide out for a while. And I mean, I'm sure his parents they'll be punished in some way, but nothing like people are saying.
Yeah, I still kind of feel bad for the kid even now because you got all this shit on social media and it's like he should be killed.
At this point, he really regrets it. I mean, he already has almost done his time from what people are saying.
Totally. I don't think people understand that kind of shit. Social media, they're not the only people on social media who have this opinion. And this kid can see all of that.
Yeah.
So, I just don't...
Yeah, I didn't even think about... You don't even think about that on a personal level. People just say things because it's there and, you joke about it.
Yeah, so to the guy who said to burn him at the stake, you're probably not the only person to say that, and congratulations for scarring a 15-year-old kid. I don't even know if this will stay into the podcast, but if it does,
who cares?
It might just be some experimental shit to see if I can get away with
just fill in time. It could be a bonus sometime.
Rounds. No, that's something I didn't ask. What was your opinions of the artists that played on the Summer 17 show? Was it Summer 17? Yeah, I think it was Summer 17.
I like them. They're all cool dudes. I mean, I haven't listened to their albums much more than like a song or two, so I can't critique them that way. But I think live they're all great and they're all really nice people. So
right. Well, I don't want to overshadow anybody played that show, but it should probably be said that I'm a huge Austin Dickey fan, like on YouTube, and so I just don't want you to like get upset whenever I ask, what was your opinion of him and his band?
I thought they were great. They had great energy, and everyone really got into it.
Yeah. No, they did have great energy. Like,
and I saw Taylor Bates's. I guess that's like his third band that's never really played.
How many bands does he have?
I think he has 3, but that guy he's a great musician.
Yeah, he's really good. I dig his vocals. He didn't use vocals in this one.
But they all did get in their underwear, which is impressive.
They did it fast too. I kind of missed it, and I only
back and everyone stripped down and just
Yeah, I turned. My cameraman was having some issues in the corner, and he didn't see anything, and I was like at the front, and then I like went over to go check on him for 30 seconds. I come back, they're stripped down to their underwear. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Everyone got naked while I was outside.
Shout out to Taylor Bates. Good job, and I hope to see you again soon. Actually, no, wait, we are going to see them again soon. Steak Sauce Mustache is coming to the next show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Or I think I heard something about Steak Sauce Mustache. I don't know if it was something they announced or if it was the next show, but yeah, shout out to them. Thanks for having me around. Coming to your garage to do the interview.
Sorry, it's hot as balls in here.
Yeah, it's like super hot, but this isn't like the hottest I've had in an interview. Yeah. Surprisingly,
the flies aren't circling us yet.
Yeah. I'm surprised about that too. Like, I have so many flies at home. But thank you for having me over and doing this interview. First interview in shit amount of months. I feel kind of irresponsible not doing the podcast the way we should be doing it.
You need to get your life together.
Yeah, I know. My life is a mess right now.
It happens.
I'm being facetious. I'm being fascist. Kind of like I'm like 50% joking. But anyways, there will be a show coming up this September on the 15th. You all should go. It's gonna be I'm butchering the name. Amnihility.
I played a show with them in Eugene. They're really cool.
How did they pronounce it?
I don't remember. I was drunk.
Omnihility. I think I got it. Grave Witch. I've seen them a lot. Not by a lot. I mean like 2 times. They were at the first show that we ever covered as a press crew. And they were recently at Metal in the Mountains. They did a really good job there. Glad to see them in town again. Abherens. I think I've seen them. They sound familiar. And Steak Sauce Mustache, which...
Woo!
I think we've already addressed. Go there. If you see us, we would love any fans of the show to say hi, give us their opinions. And I'm having hiccups. Hold on.
He's gonna hold his breath for 30 seconds.
I don't even hold my breath, but I was just waiting for them to get it. If you see us there, if you go and you see us there, please say hi. We love all kinds of feedback, whether it's like your show sucks and here's why, or we love the show. Please just come by, say hi. We love that kind of stuff, and we can talk about the bands that are there. And well, I would just hope to see you guys there because I love seeing people support the local music scene. It's
getting better.
It's getting way better.
Yeah, it's getting awesome.
Yeah, we went from dead to
just in the last year.
Yeah,
it's gone.
We went
complete turnaround.
We went from like dead music scene to kind of notable.
But it's on the rise.
Yeah,
we're moving up in the world.
You should all be in this. You should come and support and help the growing music scene. You can also support us on Patreon. We have a couple of rewards. We have a reward where you can just place a shout out on Patreon and we'll say it live. Well, relatively live. When we see it on the podcast, we will say it sometime during the show. And if you support us enough, you can even have your name put on our website. Name of business, social media, whatever. We'll put it down. Not only does it help us function and keep us going, but we also would really like to start putting money back into the music community, helping put on these shows and just making sure that everybody in the music community is happy. We'll even start buying merch. Actually, I've wanted to do that for a while, is buy some merch and then just give it away. Get it signed, give it away to the fans. So please check that out. Even if you don't support us in that way, we love any support that you all give us. It means a lot to see everybody think of us. Just shout out at us anytime. We love you all. And I think my ranting has gone on long enough. Yeah, do you have any shout outs?
No shout outs at this time. I'm going to save those for special occasions. Shout out to Justin here. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Technically, you're having me because we're at your place.
Well, whatever.
But yeah, thanks for being on the show. It means a lot to see you here, and it means a lot for you to just give us some information on you and yourself. It really does help us. As for the audience, thank you. Good night, and I love you all.